Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Oakland Raiders. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Right down! 180! Come on now, come on now. 694. Later 2.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Watch that, watch that, watch that. Check 52. Go, Gumbo. Watch the safety creep. Kill, 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 kill. Hey, turn it up, turn it up.
On second and 12, Carr. This one to the left to Higbee. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Watch Mike, watch Mike. Watch the backfield, watch the backfield. Slam, slam. 36, 36. Check. White.
Shotgun now for Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
At their own 41-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. You. Hey, here we go.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 39-yard line.
Stay there. 380. I'm coming after you.
Now Rivers. And right side, Henry's got it. That one good for 26 and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
180. 50. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. White. 85.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action now. Rivers looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Hey, Raider 2. No, check that. We want Mike 52 right here. I got it. Bang! Purdue! Bang, bang!
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Well, Antonio Brown can wreak havoc in so many ways. Here he's able to cause a PI penalty.
He runs the defensive backs with such speed and power. I think it creates panic on their end, and a lot of times they just reach out and grab him, and that's the result there, a pass interference call.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st down, Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll run it with Johnson. And a short gain down to about the 33. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
734.
On 3rd down, Johnson. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Charger drive about to get going. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw is Rivers. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Nick Perry able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. Now Rivers. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Watch the air. He's right, Chief. You got tight. You got tight right there. White Monday down. What's up? Check.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
180. Right, Brown, 80. Too low,
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
I'm coming. Mike 50, Mike, keep it skinny.
From the 40 now on second down. Rivers. Evans has it left side. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Hey, we're good. 734. 280. 44. Mike, 44. Hey, Foxtrot. Second turn, defense, let's go. 44.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch the pass. Express. 52. I got you. Pop. Joker.
To throw his Carr. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. We talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
12.
From the gun, Rivers. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rivers. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
To throw, Rivers. Then it's complete. Henry. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Melvin Ingram, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And now this pass brought in by Brown. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 20-yard line.
Step round 80. 390. Check by 50. Check, 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 check. No. Out. Wait, 89.
On 2nd down, it's Jackson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
All day, dog. Mike's 50.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Set. Black 15.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. And the Raiders have got him. Cleveland Farrell in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
To try again after the sack. Rivers, he'll rifle this. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big pickup of 38. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Check the backer.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Throwing Rivers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Cleveland Farrell racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Back now in the East Bay. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Hey, Delta. Mike's 50. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Run 80. Mike 50. I'm coming after you.
Rivers. He's going to fire one deep over. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collected, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Rush in. X3. 218, chopper.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Second and 12 at the 41-yard line.
Down. 180. 93. Oh, you are coming. No, Mike 52. Mike 52.
On second and 12, Carr throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Monday, down. 280. 44. Raider 1. Yo.
Carr to throw on third and 1. The try. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on first and 10.
Slam.
Here's Jacobs on first and 10. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Desmond King making the tackle.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
You're mine. Check 24.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Down. 185. Heavy. Deuce. Shit. Watch the shit. Down.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter. And now the Raiders will face an important 2-point conversion attempt here. They'll try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the fourth. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10.
Hey, watch that. Check. Look for one. 54. Hey, we got to get this stuff. Hey, 2. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
To throw again. Rivers. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. It's a gain of 5, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Keep playing all day. Woo! Let's get it.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Rivers to throw it. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Rivers. They'll set up the screen to Balaj. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rivers. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting. And
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
After the sack on 1st down, Carr. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Carr, he's going to let it fly. They've got his man complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams, 92 yards, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So and this is going to be intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Bofo's the mic. Mike's Bofo.
Don't get nervous.
Find down.
Check 25.
On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
At the 22-yard line.
On 1st down, Jacobs. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good.